Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, get them no clout, I get them no power. Created a different agent, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. When I talk about people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm the equation. Present, motive, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Coming, priming, sending, location.
Hot game hold, here we go again.
like it's a rock, bitch. Hard as a cop, bitch. This shit not for blocks, we hard tops in the parking lots where my nigga rock like the smoker lot. I put non-style speak for itself, like a wrestler. Another notch under my belt. The embezzler, home treasurer, the UNO competitor. I'm 10 steps ahead of ya. I'm a leader, y'all some following shit. Coming in this game on some violent shit. Bitches suck hot just to get to the top. I put 100% everything I drop. Just the Q to the B, the MO, BB, Queensbridge, Brooklyn, every D, double EP. Whoa, I wish I lived a life I lived. Yo, Prodigy, tell them when this is done. Yo, it's some real shit, shit to make you feel shit. Dump them in the club, shit. Have you out and out when it comes this drugs to your eardrum, the raw uncut. Have a nigga OD, cause it's never enough. Yo, it's the real shit, shit to make you feel shit. Dump them in the club, shit. Have you out and out when it comes this drugs to your eardrum, the raw uncut. Have a nigga OD, cause it's never enough. I can never get enough of it. Yo, that's my shit. I need that shit to boost my adrenaline. You rock that shit. That real life shit makes bitches wanna duck.
That's right, shit. Monday, 1:03 p.m., the day of driven dedication. Happy birthday, Gemini. You're humorous, persistent, sophisticated, tactless, lacking self-criticism, depressive. The meditation for today. Many people learned in the 1960s that we can only change the world by changing ourselves. Many people learned in the 1960s that we can only change the world by changing ourselves. People learned in the early 1960s that we can only change the world by changing ourselves. The personality report for today. People born on May 27th are of two types: those who devote themselves to a cause or social structure, and those who are dedicated to their own personal growth and development. In either case, those born on this day throw themselves headlong into their work and usually specialize in a chosen field of endeavor. Their greatest need is to communicate. Therefore, the completion of their tasks usually include a powerful presentation of the final product to the world. No one to keep silent in general. Not ones to keep silent in general. They state their opinion in sharp, outspoken terms. The advice: even if you do not listen to the criticism of others, pay heed to your conscience and aware of the reactions you so easily. The health: those born on May 27 people are often too observed in their work to worry about exercise, unless, of course, their work is sports or physical education. Otherwise, when May 27 people take on an active interest in cooking, they look after their needs and those of others quite well. Otherwise, forget it. Those born on this day usually have a relaxed attitude towards smoking and drinking, and their indulgence will only need to be curtailed if it gets out of hand. In May 27, people actively seek to enjoy themselves during their time off. They tend to work hard and play hard. The greatest concern to May 27 people is periodic depression, which causes them to withdraw from the world. This depression can be heralded by outbreaks of allergic symptoms. Like all Geminis, those born on May 27 must learn to keep their active nervous system at an even keel. The numerology for today is those born on the 27th of the month are ruled by the number 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9, and by the planet Mars. The number 9 is as powerful in its influence as other numbers. Any number added to 9 yields that same number, e.g. 5 plus 9 equals 14, 4 plus 1 equals 5, and any number multiplied by 9 yields a 9, e.g. 9 times 5 equals 45, 4 plus 5 equals 9. The May 27 people are similarly able to influence those around them. Their planet Mars is forceful and aggressive, given added intensity through Mercury's rulership of Gemini, and embodies male energies. May 27th, women in particular may strike others as pushy. So the ninth card of the major arcana is the Hermit, depicted as a wise man carrying a ladder and a stick. The Hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their path. The card traditionally represents meditation, isolation, and silence. The positive side of this card is stick to itness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. The negative meaning include dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, and discouragement. The hermit should remind the hermit should remind May 27 people of the need of periodic self-examination. So none is represented in the the Hermetic tarot deck. None, the hermit. None, also called Nu, is the personification of the primordial watery abyss which existed before reality. It was from Nun that Atum, an aspect of Amun Ra, created himself and pulled up the primordial Mount Bin. None surrounds the spheres of life as we know it, and beyond our earthly physical bubble there is only the watery abyss of none. Like the waters of the endless oceans, none is often depicted with arms raised, holding up the solar barge of Amun Ra. The theme is for the non hermit card is self improvement through a variety of personal means: introspection, soul searching, solitude, contemplation, meditation, and inner guidance. None also reflects the concepts of privacy and hidden benefactors, secret sources of powers. So the key words for the hermit card is initiation, recluse, transmission, sage, enlightenment, isolation, withdrawal, meditation, and solitude. Many of the world's brightest minds were said to have found their inspiration on a mountaintop. The hermit symbolizes the cardinal virtue of prudence. The hermetic figure traverses a lonely path guided by the light of truth, and with his lantern, he goes about spreading radiance throughout the darkness. The hermit assesses a situation by introspecting, removing himself to evaluate things deeply. The number nine, as regarded by the Paleogean school, is the completion of a cycle. It is also the number of months in the human gestational period from conception to birth. Like the Diogenes, with his ladder, the hermit seeks honest individuals to transmit arcane wisdom. He has achieved the heights of spiritual attainment, but he knows that only those who are worthy may share in this knowledge. The archetype of the hermit shows up in our life when we need to withdraw, evaluate our progress, and prioritize fasting, meditation, solitude, or practicing small acts of detachment are constructive ways that we can learn from the hermit. So the hermit, the quiet life. This card is a straightforward one to understand. It depicts the traditional image of a hermit, one who withdraws from everyday life in order to be alone and discover deeper meanings. The card represents those times in our life when we need to take a time out and take stock of where and who we are. The hermit understands that we can be so influenced by other people and their opinions that the only way to discover who we truly are is to spend time in solitude and rediscover ourselves. This can be difficult, of course, as other people may not recognize or want to accept this change in us. However, it is important to heed this call to turn inwards in order that we may grow into the person we are meant to be. The Hermit, a spell of solitude. The Hermit suggests you will need some time for introspection and reflection. Perhaps there has been a lot going on for you recently, and you may have been searching outside yourself to find solutions to your problems. However, The Hermit reminds you that these answers are in fact within, and to look anywhere else you can lose sight of who you are. Therefore, a period of meditation and contemplation may be called for, involving perhaps some time alone. The hermit represents a part of you that thirsts for deeper meaning and asks that you withdraw in order to quench this thirst. After this period of introspection, you should find yourself feeling much more fulfilled and peaceful inside. So try to heed his call when it comes. The hermit. Slow down. The hermit in this position suggests you will need some time alone, a period of reflection where distractions are limited. This card reminds us of all that part within that thirst for a deeper meaning and asks us to quench that thirst through solitude and contemplation. There may be a lot going on for you at this time, making you lose touch with your soul and inner life. Perhaps you have been searching outside yourself to find the solution to your problems. However, the hermit tells you that these answers are in fact within, and to look anywhere else could make you lose sight of who you are. Therefore, this period of meditation and introspection may be necessary to get you back on track, and you should feel much fulfilled and peaceful as a result. The Hermit. A time for rest, time for space. The hermit suggests you felt a need for time alone. Perhaps there has been a lot going on for you, making you lose sight of who you are. You may have been searching outside yourself, trying to find a solution to your problem. However, the hermit tells you that these answers are in fact within. Therefore, a period of introspection and contemplation might be what you have been searching for. Happy birthday, Gemini. You're curious, different, individualistic, and smart. Geminis, they are the innovators amongst Gemini, who those born today, who have an enlightening message to share with the rest of the world. Where are you, Gemini? What message do you have to share with the world today? May 27th birthday horoscope predicts that you know how to redesign yourself, and it's a technique that is used to keep others guessing. You will never let some people see the true inner person. However, it is a part of your personality, a sense of mystery. It is what gives you this individuality. But people are intrigued by this. You show. only how much you wish to show. The May 27th Gemini birthday people are attention seekers. When they go out, people flock to share in the spotlight. Usually, they enjoy the company of those who are different. Happy birthday, Gemini, born on May 27th. You're constructive, mysterious, active and stylish, loving and sincere and devoted. Happy birthday, Gemini, the twins. Socially, seventh birthday personality loves to dine at five-star restaurants that serve up imported wines with the company of someone special to indulge in stimulating conversations. Maybe this flirtatious individual will spark up some romantic notions over dinner, as those born on this day love a good chase. The May 27th birthday meaning says that many people born on this day come of age but never really reach adulthood. It is suggested that this Gemini will likely remain stuck in the past. Those born on this day are said to revert to childhood memories in times of conflict and disappointment. As a parent, the quality tends to make the Gemini less of a parental figure and more like a friend. The reality is that with age should come a certain responsibility, and society expects a man to live up to it. The May 27th horoscope predicts that you seemingly are sincere, devoted lovers. You have a tendency to fall deeply in love and are easily hurt by some situations. Betrayal is the ultimate fear that causes you to move slower than perhaps your partner expects. If you decide to commit to a soul mate, then friendship is first on the list of requirements. As a friend of the May 27th zodiac birthday Gemini believes that a partner has to be more understanding and should have full knowledge of the inner workings needed for true love compatibility. This need is perhaps stronger than the sex drive of this Gemini. You are not afraid to communicate your sexual desires and dreams. You make your case, but do so in a loving but fun way. Gemini loves to give and get compliments and public displays of affection. These birthday characteristics make the May 27th Gemini an excellent love choice. But the May 27th birthday astrology also predicts that you will retain stress in the body and make yourself ill. Stress and anxiety can cause the body to become fatigued and make you moody. You lose a lot of sleep. Your otherwise your otherwise desire to be active becomes null and void. It has been found that the key of relaxation is rest and rejuvenation. The body has to void itself of toxins, physically and mentally, to be healthy. Ordinarily, you do not have any other health concerns, as you do tend to eat right and stay active. You just need to keep stress at bay. The May 27th birthday personality is successful at masquerading and guilty of gobbling up all the attention that they can get. The spotlight always belongs to you, as you are stimulating and mysterious. You love being at ease with your friends. This Gemini is in love along with being a sensitive person, will need intellectual conversations to kickstart their motor. You are characteristically a person who loves to be whispered to. This turns you on. When you find the right person, you need sex highly drives a spontaneous lover, and those born on this day. The May 27th Zodiac Analyst reports that Geminis born today have a good attitude, but needs to relieve stress before it becomes harmful. However, Gemini, you are constructively active but need to rest more. The May 27th Gemini. These Geminis are intriguing people. This quality allows you to communicate effectively with diverse cultures. Socially, you love to dine at five-star restaurants. You are not afraid to share your sexual desires. Happy birthday, Geminis. Famous people and celebrities born on May 27th. Let's see. Andre 3000, Christopher Lee, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Vincent Price. Let's go to Andre 3000, a song from his playlist.
What would your life be like if you were a rapid trans?
That night in Hawaii, when I turned into a panther and started making, that's the name of the song. The next birthday is Lisa Left Eye. The Black Party. Happy birthday, Lisa. This year, this day that year, May 27th in history. In 1796, the piano received copyright. James S. McLean is the new owner. In 1856, accused of poisoning someone, Dr. William Palmer is proclaimed guilty. In 1905, strikes of Tsushima, the war begins between Japanese and Russians. In 1919, the U.S. Navy's first transatlantic flight took 11 days by flying boat. In 1937, christening of the Golden Gate Bridge. Your birthday planet is Mercury, which symbolizes wisdom, rational thinking, and how you express yourself. The birthday symbol is the twins for the zodiac of Gemini. Your birthday tarot card is the Hermit. This card symbolizes a deep thought, through thought-provoking time that is needed before making important decisions.
Just be good to me. But if I ever saw one, that would be the end. He couldn't kick the story right. She was just a friend. The girls I didn't care if I had to go lie. See the George in the to make no girls cry.
In Middle Ages, the hermit was most often a man of spirituality. They are religious men separated from the world to study the nature of God better. If this Rider-Waite tarot card is in your reading, then solitude is a part of your current position, whether literal or figurative. The lamp of the hermit represents the light of knowledge and enlightenment. But the hermit is always alone, sometimes coming from solitude, moving forward. As I read more on this major arcana card, in the upright and reverse meaning in the tarot. In its upright position, this tarot card represents the positive side of solitude and knowledge gained. When the time comes for us to move on to college, it is common for this card to appear. You have the knowledge of your youth events. You have completed a healthy time of hermit or are just departing. This period has been a time of self reflection and growth that can only occur when we are free to examine our thoughts. This time is passing now, though it is time for you to return to the world. The present events. You are currently in a time of solitude. Use it wisely. It is bound to continue for some time, and you should use this time to reflect upon your present situation and circumstances. There is growth to be had and time to advance and grow, but it would help if you learn from where you've been, and now is the time for that. The future events. This card can be a positive omen for those who are in a bad situation. It often turns up in the tarot readings of abused men and women who have been finally seeing how things are and are moving to protect themselves. In any case, it represents that you will soon be entering a period of beneficial solitude. You may not desire it, but it will be a needed time for you. In the reverse, an enforced solitude against one's will. There are many ways this can come about, from incarceration or a move to a place away from friends and family. It will be a difficult time and no doubt sorrowful, and as loneliness often accompanies enforced solitude, the inverted hermit can also represent willful ignorance, not just a lack of knowledge, but a choice to correct the situation. The past events. You have been in a period of enforced solitude or ignorance. This time has neither been productive nor beneficial, but it is passing now. You are in the right place now to choose to end this isolation. You may set yourself free at this time. The present events. Your current circumstances are lonely and isolated, either from people and or from knowledge. Someone in your life is likely enforcing this, keeping you ignorant, or you are choosing to be in your current circumstances. Now is the time to take those steps to change this fact. Look for the keys out of your cell. They are at hand. Future events. Beware, traveler. Ignorance and isolation are in the future if you aren't careful. If you keep your head about you and watch the road ahead, you can avoid the situation. And avoid it, you should if at all possible. If not, you should make the best of your current circumstances and enjoy it while you can. A time of sorrowful loneliness is ahead.
Harnessing the groundbreaking science behind amethyst.
The Hermit.
It's your heavenly energy heal my entire being.
This meditation on the Hermit card will focus on solitude and meditation. It is the contemplation of gained wisdom and a period of respite before we set forth over the seas of life. Lay your gray cloth out with its matching candle and place the card upright upon it. As you slip into the meditation, you will become with a profound sense of peace and knowledge that you know your place in the world fills you.
Love and light in your hand bring healing to a place.
As you slip into the meditation, you will be overcome with a profound sense of peace and knowledge that you know your place in the world fills you. As you go down, you will hear the sounds of clear spring day outside, birds singing, and a soft sigh of wind through the trees.
Your heavenly energy heal my entire being. Bright stars of heaven sent healing to hearts. Bright stars of heaven sent healing to hearts.
Your inner eyes flutter open to see yourself inside a modestly appointed space, a soft bed, a simple lantern, and a jet out from the wall serves as the table. It takes only a moment for you to identify that you are within the hollow of a tree. The shape of the opening bears the unmistakable shape of every human point of origin. About you are the marks of life spent in quiet contemplation, the observation of life from an outside perspective, or perhaps the living of life from the inside without the need for outer things to justify it. You step outside, mimicking each day as the birth into life, and find that the ancient oak you call home is situated next to a small pond where mosquitoes buzz overhead. You take a moment to contemplate the simple life of animals, secure in their knowledge and moving forth from one moment to the next, blissfully free of the meaningless wants of us humans. As you recognize that the ability to have those wants is what makes us human, and all things must be done in reasonable measures. You sit along the lake, thinking to yourself that this time is a time for you to study. This is the time for you to learn and observe the knowledge that your life before had brought you. And you are whole and without the need of others, without the need to validate your existence by others. You recognize that it may be time to return to work, but there is no rush. The world will be there. For now, you must complete this study of self. this examination of priorities and prepare for your next step into the world. As you come out of this meditation, think about the lone contemplative hermit lessons and this glimpse of his quiet contemplative life recorded in a journal if you have found something of value. Think about the benefits of solitude and if you may be well served by time spent alone. Associated colors: gray for loneliness and isolation, for the meditation in the reverse of the Hermit card. This tarot meditation of the reverse Hermit is a painful and privileged place to be. It represents enclosed isolation, willful and forced ignorance, and a sorrow and loneliness. Prepare yourself for this journey, for it is to be a dark one, perhaps even as dark as the path of the lover's reverse. Lay out your gray cloth with its candle placed at its top and the hermit reverse placed in front of you. And as you begin to slip into meditation, feel the departure of all you've loved and cared for. Touch the warmth of a life of love and learning, of friends and companions, fade away as you slip into the shackled mind. Your eyes open to the dim light of a cell. Light filters in through the bars of the window, but the walls are bare, dripping stone. There are others near you in their cell, but they do not seem to recognize your presence. They do not respond to speech or prodding, turning away from you at the slightest provocation. As you wander through the halls of this prison, you find that all is the same. You find your way into a library and find there is a librarian. As you ask for a book to read, you find them all empty, not a word on their pages. Should you ask questions, none of them are answered, and in all cases, no one will speak to you or respond to you at all beyond the silent librarians handing out wordless books. You realize you are utterly alone here and there is no door. You find no way out, no exit. Even the windows are covered with frosted glass. You have no way to know if there is a world outside these walls. The prison, you realize, is that of your mind. The only way to break the bars, to free yourself, is to know that you can be free, to accept it as truth. These are the keys that will bring down your prison. It's up to you to make that choice. As you come out of this tarot meditation of the Major Arcana card, think about this solitude and loneliness. Think about how our ignorance is so often of our own doing. Think on your journeys through the cells and see what messages are there for you to lead you out of the darkness. Record them in your journal for the meditation and work to free yourself from what bonds you hold. The next two cards are coming from the Minor Arcana, the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. The Eight of Swords, keywords: hostage, bound, restricted, isolated, fearful, and stubborn. Sometimes it feels like the walls are caving in as unknown dangers lie in wait to tear you apart. The Eight of Blades is the card of oppression, but quite often it is our fears that bind us. When the Eight of Blades card reveals itself, you should ask yourself if the things that are hindering you are of your own doing. Allow the sword of clarity to cut you free instead of stubbornly sticking to old ideas. The Nine, King of Swords. Keywords prudence, insensitive, rigidity and influential, abrasive, candid, sincere and harsh. The king of blades sits on his throne on high. He is in command of nature and speaks with the voice of truth. Ravens and swallows gather before him. The king of blades renders his judgment with scrutiny and wisdom. The king has his sword pointed downwards, indicating that he knows when to hold his tongue and when the appropriate time is for speech. Each of his words is deliberate. The swallows and ravens indicate life and death, and the king's understanding of the impact of his decision. So, your zodiac compatibility. You are most compatible with people born under the zodiac sign of Cancer. This is an excellent match between two people looking for constant change. You are not compatible with people born under the zodiac sign Pisces. This love relationship will need a lot of patience to survive. Lucky numbers are 5 and 9. 5 is the number that signifies travel, sympathy, adventure, and freedom. 9 is the number that signifies intelligence, selflessness, and benevolence. Lucky colors are red and orange. Red is the color of determination, sexual attraction, and strength. Orange is the color that symbolizes abundance, positivity, energy, and dedication. Your lucky days are Wednesday and Tuesday. Wednesday is the day ruled by the planet Mercury. It's symbolic of being expressive and gaining knowledge by being inquisitive. Tuesday is the day ruled by planet Mars. It's symbolic of being assertive and pushing ahead to reach your goals. Your birthstone is a gate. It helps promote sensuality, love, romance, and happiness. The ideal zodiac gift for people born on May 27, a membership for a monthly class of his favorite hobby for the man, and a pair of cordless headphones for the woman. The May 27 birthday horoscope predicts that you will love gifts that aid good health. And with that said, time to end the live.